Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. Today I'm going to be doing a PSA card submission preview, showing you, I think we're close to or maybe even over 100 cards that I'm going to be sending in. And as always, I want this to be as helpful for you guys as it can be, so I'll be showing all the prices I paid for each card and also talking through what my thought process is and also what level I'm sending. Just give you an overall idea of how I do my submissions, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys if you decide to submit to PSA in the future. We have a great variety today. We have vintage cards, we have baseball, we have soccer, we have basketball, obviously, we have some football in there, some really cool stuff. So we're gonna probably save the best ones, the 20 days for last, so definitely stay tuned for that. But with that being said, let's just get into it. All right, so we're gonna start off with this pile right here of the, well, maybe we'll keep it somewhat off screen so we won't give it away. But we'll start off with, this is the, I think this is considered vintage because it's before 2016, 45 day that we're sending. Start off with a Justin Verlander draft pick. My friend Scott had these in his collection since he was a kid. Justin Verlander, obviously a very talented pitcher. I don't know how good of condition this one is in because it was in a binder, but it'll be nice to have it slabbed up. Next up, another Verlander. Nice looking card. Once again, from Topps, collected as a kid. All-time pitcher. We'll see what the condition, we'll see what it can turn out to, but always nice to have a slab. Next up, another Topps. Yadier Molina. Another great potential Hall of Famer. We'll see how the condition goes, but it's always nice to have, cards you have as a kid protected and slabbed, obviously. Next up, Kevin De Bruyne. Prism 2016. Slept on card. I talked about this in my latest podcast with Card Hour. I don't know why 2016 Prism is not looked at more. If we're gonna go for the first Prism idea, guys, there's no reason 2018 Kevin De Bruyne Prisms should be the same price as 2016. I understand it's a World Cup versus a Euro, but I'll always place an emphasis on the earlier card, and these are really affordable right now, so glad I picked these up. Another De Bruyne Prism. Another De Bruyne Prism. And those were actually, I said they were affordable. I paid a little extra for those ones because I bought them a while ago actually, so a little expensive, but still think those will see a rise at some point. And then Antoine Griezmann Select, beautiful card. Condition is not perfect, unfortunately, but numbered out of 299, really sharp looking card. I mean, I'm fine to just keep this in the PC. So I'm not too hopeful for a 10 on that one, but low numbered cards, even if we pull a 9 on that, I think it's gonna be really desirable to people. Next up, we'll start pulling, this is more 45 day, a lot of basketball in here. Darius Garland, Blue Velocity, nice looking card, pack pulled, can't go wrong with that. DeAndre Ayton, Optic Shock, nice card, always tough with the print lines on these, but we'll see what happens. I've seen some with print lines get 10s, at least 9s, so. DeAndre Ayton Optic. I think the Suns are gonna be really good this year. I don't think anyone's sleeping on them at this point, but it'll be nice to have some of their cards graded. Jaren Jackson Jr. Optic. I still think it's a pretty good time to pick him up. He's really cheap right now, obviously because he's injured, but he is coming back at some point, so it's always good to have Jaren Jackson Jr. Another nice one, Revolution, Chinese New Year, I believe. Beautiful cards. I think Revolution is a really slept on set. They just look great, especially in those slabs, and you can pick them up for under $10 for some big players. RJ Barrett, Illusions, pack pulled. RJ Barrett playing great, so I think it'll be nice to have any RJ Barrett you can find. Jarrett Culver, Prism. Not sure how high I am on this guy personally, but Scott likes him. And he is very affordable, so another Jarrett Culver. Kind of a defensive stopper, so I don't see him ever doing much on offense to, kind of get people excited in the hobby, but I mean, Prism rookie slabs, it's good just to send them in. Oh, here's something nice. Chase Claypool, Red Mosaic. We don't see a lot of football on this channel, but this is again for a friend we're sending in. Nice card. I don't believe it's numbered, but sharp looking card, Claypool, even though the Steelers have been struggling lately. Another Chase Claypool. It's cool to see this Mosaic football in person. I'm coming around on Mosaic a little bit. They are nice looking cards, especially for the price. At least the retail price, that is. Lamar Jackson, Men of Mastery, insert. Lamar MVP, red. Another guy who's been heating up lately. Lamar Jackson, MVP, Mosaic. All this football is not me, guys, so sorry if my analysis is a little lower on these guys. J.K. Dobbins, Ravens, Ohio State, been playing very well. Patrick Queen, I recommended we don't send this in, but it's not my cards, so we're going ahead with it. Tough with defenders in football. Joe Burrow, inductions. Hopefully he gets well soon. Definitely a very talented quarterback. And boom, Joe Burrow, Mosaic, rookie. Kind of lame, to be honest, that I'm getting so excited to see this, but I guess just because I haven't seen these football cards in person much. Really cool card. I mean, that and a 10 would be great. He's going to be coming back eventually, so it's just a matter of time before the hobby gets hyped about him again. A little hometown bias here. John Collins Prism. Another John Collins Prism. Another John Collins Prism. We'll see. He's been playing pretty well so far this year. The Hawks look really good, even more importantly. So we'll see what happens. I still think Collins is underrated, underpriced. Hopefully we get these back and his prices will be up a lot by then. All right, next up, my cards. We have a good amount of soccer in here. Kai Havertz Optics. These are so cheap right now, guys. I paid more for some soccer cards, but I got a really good deal on these. These, I remember, were at $75 not too long ago. Picked these up for 18 each. And so with that being said, picking up a ton of Havertz Optics. You notice I get a lot of Optic. The reason I get that is because they're a really, I don't want to say easy grade, but the gem rate is almost 50% for the bases because you can see the centering for one. I like that. You can tell if it's good or bad centering. And they're just resistant. They're chrome cards. Kind of hard to damage these. You don't have print lines. So if you take out the damage and the print lines and you can tell the centering, I mean, that's like 90% of the battle right there. If you can identify and make sure the corners aren't dinged up too. So a ton of Havertz Optic. Let's actually move. We got it spilling over there, so we'll move that out of the way. Ton of Havertz Optic. Struggling a little bit at Chelsea right now, but you guys know a lot about my $40 slab theory. I think $40 in a PSA 9 isn't much to pay. So when I'm getting these for 18, paying 15 for grading, even if he doesn't go up, which I really think he will around the Euros, I think he'll turn things around at Chelsea. 18 plus 15, you still can make a profit at that $40 mark. And then if you get some 10s, you're really in business. Some more soccer, Camavinga Living. You guys have seen these before. Camavinga Living, real nice with the rookie card logo on there too. I don't think Camavinga is gonna end up having a lot of stuff. So even though, yes, this is, I'm not gonna use the word garbage, but it's not the nicest set, it's a direct set. I still think there will be demand for these. Maybe not the $40 slab theory, but at the price I got those at, even $29.99 for those, we're still be in the green. I think people will easily pay that. Same thing, Jude Bellingham, Topps Now rookie. Jude Bellingham, Topps Now rookie. We'll see what happens with these direct Topps cards and getting them slabbed and selling them. Based on the current eBay sales, it seems like it's a really good strategy, but there is a lot of these. You're not pulling them from a pack, so if the market gets flooded, you may end up in the red, but for now I only got a couple and we'll see how it goes. Jadon Sancho Optic. Similar to the Kai Havertz thing, I didn't get as good of a deal on these. I picked up some more that I got a really good deal on, so I'll be sending those out for grading too. Sancho and Havertz are both guys who have struggled lately, but I really just think, I keep repeating myself guys, but at the Euros, $40 slabs, it's just easy for those in my opinion. Oh, a guy who actually has been doing well lately, Timothy Weah. I think he has 3 goals in his last couple games. Finally been starting for Lille, young American attacker. For those of you guys who aren't as in tune with soccer, he had I'm not going to say as much hype as Reyna or Pulisic, but at one point this was like the guy, and injuries really derailed him. So now that he's healthy, if he can stay fit, there's no reason he won't be a major part of the US men's national team. Have one more. And these are so cheap too. I think you can literally get them for $5 right now. So big believer in Weah. Bruno Fernandes, Topps Chrome. My thinking with these is, I mean, look at the prices the current Topps Chrome release is going for much less talented rookies than Bruno Fernandes. This is from 2017, so this is his rookie. I just think these are buys all day. Just look at the prices of Topps Chrome that the most recent ones are going for. I think people are going to realize and start appreciating these more. More Bruno Fernandes Topps Chrome. Low print run on these guys too, so there's not, you can still get them, but there's not a ton of these sitting out there, especially graded. I keep on saying, and I'll keep on repeating it, have these soccer cards graded and ready for the Euros and the World Cup, and you'll be in a great position because there's really not that many out there. Then a little more basketball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Revolution. Sharp looking card, super cheap. I think he's gonna have a big year for OKC this year. All right, and last but not least, we have the 20-day stuff. We'll start off with, this is mostly Scott's 20-day right here. RJ Barrett Optic, having a great season. A cheaper card, but I understand his thinking with trying to get this back while the season is still going. Even 20 days taking maybe 5, I don't want to say 6 months. I don't think it'll get that bad, but maybe 4 to 5 months for 20 days. So if you want it back this NBA season, unfortunately, you are going to have to send it 20 day. Here's a cool one. Ricky Henderson. Scott's dad had this since he was a kid. Nice card. I don't think this is a 10, but it is in pretty nice condition. And I just think, you know, having these childhood baseball cards slabbed, really nice to have. Real nostalgic looking at this card. 2 more nice ones that we're trying to get back in time for the NBA season. Michael Porter Jr. Prism. These have went up. I think MPJ, there's a lot of hype on Keldon Johnson and Taylor Horton Tucker and some of these guys who are almost rivaling MPJ's card prices at this point. I would much rather take a risk on MPJ before any of those guys. I don't think they should even be in the same conversation, to be honest. So these are sharp looking cards. They look really good actually now that I'm looking at them. So hopefully we can pull some 10s on those. And last up is my 20-day. Michael Porter Jr. Threads Dazzle. I think this was literally like $9 or something. Can't go wrong for that price. Sharp looking card. Bruno Fernandes again. Topps Chrome Refractor. Beautiful card. That silver refractor look that's really, really nice. So hopefully we can get that one back. 20-day, pay a little extra. And last but not least, I think it is the most expensive card of the submission. Trae Young Optic Premium Box Set, numbered out of 249. I personally think there's a big disconnect between the price of these numbered stuff. Like, I think the comps on this are about $350. I got it for $250 at a card show about a week ago. But I mean, Optic Hollow, even the Optic Fast Break. Do you know how many more there are of that than this? I mean, even Prism too. How much, you know, Prism Silver, I won't say Prism Silver, but maybe some of the other Prisms. There's only 249 of these in the world. Considering how big Trae Young is, $250 for this just seemed really cheap to me. If I can pull a 10, this will be a huge card. It is a little off center, so I'm not too hopeful, but still a believer in Trae Young, and we'll see how this does. Nice way to end off the submission. But all right, guys, those were the cards I'm sending in. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna keep the videos coming. Thanks again.